Welcome to The Show Off, the podcast where we make each other sit down, shut up, and watch episodes of our favorite TV shows and then explain, or be forced to listen to, why it's top-tier television. This show is for anyone who has ever wanted to go on endless tangents about their favorite shows, but their friends and family don't want to hear it. We get it. Ditch those losers and come hang out with us instead. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Kampy.
And this is The Show Off.
Previously on the Show Off podcast.
We are going to pivot slightly back to
Our
regularly scheduled Show Off with my pick for a short form comedy. This is a weird little show. It's called People of Earth. It is about a support group for people who have been abducted by aliens. Turns out there are actual aliens that have indeed abducted these people. And we also meet them and what they like and what they're doing on Earth and why they're abducting people. And it's a comedy, so they're like silly. It's very fun. It's very fun. It's very much, I think you'll enjoy it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what comedy show stuck out to you.
And it'll be kind of as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, because I don't really remember what happens. I just remember it was funny as shit.
All right.
So...
Everything's a mystery. Take me to my galaxy.
We're live.
We're back.
Hello from my place.
Yeah. It's a,
back.
dare I say, a reasonable, comfortable temperature in
For
here.
now.
now.
The windows are closed.
Yeah.
The heat is building.
As we speak.
Yes. Even though it's only like 50 out, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. It seems like this week it decided to be fall.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Of course, now I
I'm
have
ready.
to go to Oklahoma for the next month.
Yeah, and
where
it's going to be
gonna
like 90.
hot as balls.
Yeah.
But at least I get a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of reprieve.
Mm-hmm. I got a bit.
Oh.
It's not a great bit, but
Okay.
I got a bit for
Sure.
opening up the pod. I am so excited to announce
Uh-huh.
that The Format, one of my favorite bands of all time, is coming out with a new album for the first
Okay.
time in like 20 years
Wow.
or 15 years. I could be exaggerating. I don't really know. But yeah, they dropped their new song, like the first new song in literally over a decade
Wow.
this week. I already pre-ordered the album and I'm super stoked. So that's my exciting news.
That's fun. Are they in the category of bands that had a breakout album in 2005?
No,
Okay.
because no one knew who they were
Okay.
at any point. I mean, like, they had a solid fan base, a very dedicated fan, because they have great music. I don't think there's a single song on any of their albums that I skip when I listen to their stuff.
Wow.
Like, it's really solid music.
No skip discography.
Yeah. And then the lead singer of The Format went on to start a new band that is very famous.
Called?
Fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I was wondering what happened to that guy.
Yeah, Nate Roos.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a big fan of his because I loved The Format. And then, yeah, he went and he formed Fun. And so, like, me and my brothers were super into Fun when the first album came out. And no one knew who they were. And then they got a song in a Super Bowl ad when they released their second album. And that's when they blew up because
Got
everyone
it.
heard it during the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Now,
Wow, that's crazy.
now he's gone back to The Format.
That's so weird and interesting.
Oh, I'm so happy about it. I think
Yeah.
The Format's better than Fun, personally.
Yeah.
Like, I like Fun, but it's, yeah, not the same.
I mean, Fun, the adjective and the band, concert story
Ooh.
for listeners. Me and Kampy, circa, 2012?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
We saw them at Summerfest.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. We were in high school.
Oh my God, yeah, that was a good time.
That was a wild, I mean, that was a big show.
that. I feel like
There's probably 2,000 people there.
that Summerfest night, Fun had already blown up enough that Summerfest booked them for
Yeah.
a big stage. But I think
No,
they,
for the Miller stage.
right. So they must have been pretty big at that point. But I think that was the same.
That was like the height of their popularity.
That was the same day though as like other really big name bands, and I think like even Imagine Dragons that year.
Were they the same year? Because we
They
saw
were
them
the same
too.
year. I think it was Imagine Dragons and 21 Pilots. No one really knew who they were, so they got booked at Summerfest on smaller stages, and then they blew up. And so that year at Summerfest was a nightmare because it was more people than they had ever had.
Oh, okay.
And I
see what
think
you're
at
saying.
that fun show in particular, like,
Yeah, it was nuts.
it was insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was at Fun that night or a different night, but it was the same year. They actually just stopped taking tickets and had to let people in because they were worried about a crowd crush outside the Summerfest gates or like people rioting or something. So they just had to like start letting people in.
Really?
Yeah, it got insane.
Oh, I didn't know that. I do remember us doing our famous dodge and weave move to get out after the concert.
No one will ever appreciate our skills.
No, truly. We're the only ones, but that's okay.
We are top tier weave through a crowd as fast as possible.
You got to get to the bus.
Yeah, we had curfew.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to miss a single goddamn song.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, man. What a time.
Yeah.
What a time. But anyway, we're back today with your regularly scheduled show off pod, doing my short form comedy episode. And we have watched the 2016 TBS comedy People of Earth, which follows a support group for people who have been abducted by aliens and a reporter, Ozzy, who is trying to write a story on them, but then he kind of gets sucked into all the shenanigans. So I'll just give the stats again real quick. The show was created by David Jenkins, who I discovered in my research was also a writer and showrunner on Our Flag Means Death.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. If you know that show, a lot of people are fans, I've heard. But that show and People of Earth are his only two shows on IMDb.
Wow.
As his credits.
Okay.
So I find that interesting. But I think from what I know of Our Flag Means Death, there's definitely some comedy crossover. Some crossover in the humor. But otherwise, they're completely different shows. So People of Earth stars Wyatt Cenac as Ozzy, Divine Joy Randolph as Yvonne, Luca Jones as Jerry, Alice Wetterland as Kelly, and many, many others. I will try and kind of credit them as we go a bit. And yeah, we are watching and discussing season 1, episode 5, titled Unexplained, which I basically picked at random with a little bit of guidance from the IMDb ratings because it was highly rated for this season. And that's because I don't remember like a ton of specifics for this show, just that I really enjoyed it and I was bummed when it got canceled. And I think it's worth watching. So
yeah,
initial thoughts.
I'm super chuffed that you recommended this.
Yeah.
Because I had a grand old time.
Yeah, right?
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think I'm going to go ahead and just watch the whole show.
Heck yeah. Dude, I might rewatch it with you because it's only 2 seasons.
Yeah.
20 episodes total. And they're all a half-hour comedy.
Yeah.
Less than half hour.
Quick weekend binge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know, the Dropbox only has the first 9 episodes because episode 10 didn't fit. So
it's actually, I'm sorry to say this, I went in and deleted most of them.
Scandal.
On accident, on purpose, because the Dropbox was freaking out at me.
Yeah.
Because it was over the storage limit.
Yeah, it was yelling at me too after I finished uploading, and I just said, well, fuck you, Dropbox.
So we might have to like upload 5 episodes at a time or something.
Yeah.
And then once we're both finished.
Just in little bits.
Yeah, but anyway. So tell me more. What did you enjoy?
I was just pleased.
Yeah.
I was just very pleased the whole time. I thought
Absolutely.
there were moments of just great, genuine, unexpected humor.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like split your side laughing. It was just like, this is a comical reaction, but also a reaction a normal person would have.
Sure.
It's just being delivered well.
Yeah.
So like we'll get to it, but like one of my favorite things is just like the little middle finger scene when he's like giving her coffee, and I'm like, it's just feels like something that would play out. I don't know.
Sure.
It's great.
Yeah, it's not. I'm trying to think if like what I would compare it or contrast it to. I don't know. It has maybe a little bit of that like maybe Parks and Rec vibe of humor where it's kind of a similar thing. It's like we're taking a real life situation in which these people could theoretically exist and like just turning up the dial.
But just enough to be humorous.
Yeah.
but not so much. It doesn't feel like the characters are being mocked.
Right, which is like The Office.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, which I hate
don't
The
like.
Office.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page there.
Sorry for all the Office fans out there. I
know.
know y'all are numerous, but it can't be us.
The style of humor just makes me so angry
Yeah.
because it's just picking on people.
It makes me cringe. I just
genuinely.
I can't handle the secondhand embarrassment.
No.
That's my feeling.
Yeah. No, Meet the Parents. I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
No.
That was the moment I realized as a child I cannot handle cringe humor.
Yeah, no, I've never been able to
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
But no, yeah, like the people in the group, I'm like, they could totally be written as nut jobs because they've been through something crazy and no one believes them. But I'm like, they all feel very reasonable.
Right.
Maybe a little overeager, some of them.
Yeah.
And desperate to be believed, but
Yeah.
they feel like real people.
Yeah. Well, and like, also it helps to know that they're all telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like, because we see the aliens as well. So you get both sides of the coin there, which is super fun.
So yeah, I thought it was very enjoyable.
Excellent.
I also have a new favorite character,
Okay.
but we'll get there. We'll
Okay.
get there.
Okay. I was hoping you would have good nicknames for this one. So
I think I have some. I have two great ones.
I have a few good ones too, I think. Or at least one. At least one. So, okay. Sounds good. Shall we do the breakdown?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We start off with this like shaky cam footage of space.
Loved it.
And we zoom into a spaceship flying, across the moon, in front of the moon.
It looks like an old God, what were they called?
I was going to say, for some reason, this first opening shot alone is already funny.
Oh my God, it's great.
Tell me why.
It's the snap zoom honest, like a thing flying past the moon. So it looks like it could be someone recording, but there is just something like it's so jagged. It's so rough. It's a continuous zoom. It's like no one could zoom in that far, first of all. And then it's following the ship the ship itself looks comical because it's a flat rectangle.
Yeah, it's kind of just a box.
It's a box. It looks not like an iPhone. What is the thing I'm thinking of? The iTunes player, not an MP3 player. What's
iPod?
iPod.
That's the ship looks like an iPod?
The ship to me looked like an iPod.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay that close attention.
Oh, which is also part of the comedy for me.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
Because it already was like a mockumentary style zoom.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Pan. And then you have this comical looking ship.
That's the closest this whole episode gets to mockumentary.
Yeah.
That one shot, that one opening shot.
Yes,
And I
but
think it is very well placed.
Just immediately, I'm like, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yay! I did it.
Like, you were literally right here. Love how it was shot.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I wrote in my notes. I think it's like an office coded shot.
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, fun. I'm glad you also were taken by that because absolutely. Okay, so then we see one of our aliens in the show whose name is Don the White.
Oh, that's his name.
That's his name. His name is Don. And he is recounting various test subject encounters with different humans and finishes his scientific recording stating test subjects' memories were wiped and will have no memory of their encounter with him. He seems very dejected by this. He's not super happy about doing this work. I feel like, okay, and this is kind of where my first nickname / comparison comes in. The best way I want to describe Don the White is like a comedic cable TV version of Legolas.
God damn it. Okay.
It's because of the hair.
All
It's
of my
because the
notes.
hair. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I have you beat. I have you tied.
Okay. All right.
All of my notes refer to him as Celeborn before Lothlorien.
Oh, deeper cut. Deeper cut than mine. Explain.
I get more Celeborn vibes from him than I do Legolas.
Interesting.
Every time I look at him, I just hear the "Tell me where is Gandalf? I much desire to speak with him." Every time he's in a shot, and I'm like, he's great. He does a great job acting. But every time I see it is the hair.
It is the hair. It's fully the hair.
Yes.
But
But he's also just got a very elfish look.
yeah,
About him.
he's quite tall as well. Yeah, he's like the only alien I think we see on the show that basically looks like a human.
Yeah.
Which means he can, as we see later, go down and interact with the humans if he needs to, or if he wants to. So that's helpful. But yeah, big, tall, dumb version of Legolas.
Also, this is going to be a out-of-pocket comment.
Sure.
He also just gives me very German-coded vibes.
Okay.
Which I know is weird, but it's just I'm very friendly, and I don't know your ways very well, but here I am.
Yeah. Here, let me get the actor's name real quick.
And, like, I love German people. This is why I say it.
I was going to say, because the actor is actually Norwegian?
Oh!
Or, let me see. Hang on, let me click on his IMDb.
Is he actually Scandinavian?
Yes. So
that makes so much sense.
I'm sorry, he's Swedish.
Oh.
His literal name is Bjorn Gustafsson.
Dude.
I kid you not.
See, the only reason I reference German is just because I know German people, but this aligns with everything I know about Scandinavia, which is not a lot.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he is a Swedish comedian and actor. It seems like he's been in a bunch of other Swedish shows, more so than like US stuff, but obviously he was in this.
Oh, that's so okay. I gotta check out some of his other stuff if I can find it.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, then we see a flashback to his meeting with Kelly, who's one of the alien abduction support group members. And she's like thanking him for listening to her story, whatever that was, and asks about him. And he says, no one has ever asked about my deal before. Mm-hmm. She says, what's your deal? So that's interesting.
Yeah, and he's kept the bottle cap.
Yes, they both have kept the bottle caps from their bottles of beer that they were drinking when they met each other. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to reference this again later, but Kelly does not remember who he is. Like, Clearly. She does not remember his face. Yes. But she remembers the encounter with him and the conversation they had. So, yeah. Should I keep going? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cut back to present day in the ship, which is like totally gray and lifeless, just like a metal box, not a single organic looking detail.
No.
And very plain.
This is definitely them being like, we don't have a lot of budget.
I was gonna say,
I think is very funny.
This is, yeah, that's literally what I wrote, I imagine this is partly to save money and partly, again, is kind of funny for some reason. Totally.
High-tech spaceship with literally
nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. So Don goes into the next room to chat with his colleague, Jeff the Gray, who looks more like your stereotypical alien in some ways. What's this face? What's this face you're making at me?
In some ways, yes. I'm going to describe him a different way.
Okay.
Which is the nickname I gave him for the entirety of my notes.
Okay, should I give my quick description of him first?
Sure.
Because I think we're on the same wavelength here. So Jeff the Gray is short, gray, as his name would suggest. Mm-hmm. It has huge black eyes, but his head is shaped either like a butt or a double chin.
You're much kinder than me. I call him Ballsac for the entirety of my notes. Because his head is, yes, either a butt or a cleft chin or a ballsack. And it's got little hairs all over it that make it look extra ballsacky.
You know, you're right. Yeah, I guess there's that.
This is my favorite character.
I can see why.
Especially because this line he's about to drop, but we'll get there.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Jeff is whereas Don is very like, well, big, blonde, and dumb.
Yes, and this is where I say German, very like, well, we must follow the procedure and do things a certain way, even though I'm only half committed to that.
Right, exactly. And Don is, I think, more interested in the humans as like actual people. Mm-hmm. Whereas Jeff is like, we're using them for a means to an end. Yeah, so Jeff is much more, how would you describe him? Annoyed, irritated. I don't know how to describe him. He's like the constantly disgruntled coworker.
Yeah, but not in an unpleasant way.
No, in an amusing way.
Yes.
But not amusing to Don. Also, he hates Don.
Oh, does he?
I mean, he doesn't. They're not buddies.
Oh God, no.
We can put it that way. So anyway, Jeff says he's doing research on subject 28409, which is our main character Ozzy, and Ozzy has demonstrated a heightened ability to recover memories. So they're worried that he'll remember being abducted by them because Ozzy has already been abducted by aliens at this point. I don't remember exactly, what happens or how this happens, but I think it's within the first couple episodes of the show.
Yeah, so one of the things that was in the flashback
Yeah.
was he keeps seeing a deer in his real life.
He
and
does.
that was supposed to be the replacement memory for when he was abducted.
Yeah.
And I bring that up because I did watch the first 5 minutes of the pilot
Oh,
after
okay.
I downloaded it. Well, I didn't do that. I just happened to watch just to make sure the file was fine and that it was all coming out okay. So yeah, and literally the first shot is him seeing this deer in the car with him.
Okay, great.
So I don't know if it even maybe it happened before the show even kicks off.
And we get flashbacks of it. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, so they're worried he'll remember being abducted, but they put an implant in his brain to counteract this, and Jeff wants to attempt a manual reset. Don says that's very, very risky.
Yes.
But Jeff says, I'll figure it out. I'm pretty technical.
This line.
Okay.
This line right, the hand wave just, I'll figure it out. I'm pretty technical. And then he goes and he clicks some things and it cuts to Ozzy being like, ow.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to Ballsac and he goes, did I even do anything? And I'm like, this is me. This is literally me in my day-to-day job, which is, I'll figure it out.
Except you're not messing with anyone's brain.
No, just
Healthcare.
Healthcare and finances.
Very low stakes.
Absolutely
things.
how I behave when it comes to tech, which is I'll figure it out. Shit, did that actually work? I don't think it did. Fuck.
This is also how I run my business, for the record. I'll figure it out.
I love the attitude so much. And then the whole time Celeborn is just like, dude, shouldn't we just, someone who actually knows how to do this, shouldn't they be the ones doing that? He's like, nah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's me. That is me.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, as you said, he's like, I'll figure it out. I'm pretty technical. He hits a button on his console. We immediately cut to Ozzy getting a headache down on Earth. Quick cut back to the aliens. Jeff says, did that work? I can't even tell. Don says, I don't think this is wise with your temper and short fingers. So, he's being rude without trying.
This is what I mean by German. They're not intentionally rude. It is just a statement of the fact.
It just happens.
It's just, here is the fact. You have a short temper. You have short fingers.
Yeah.
You should not do this. But it's oh, I love it.
Perfect. Okay. Jeff tells him to F off, which is our first curse.
Yeah.
And it's bleeped out. And I'm a firm believer in bleeped out curses are funnier. Where do you stand on this this debate?
Depends on how it's censored.
Context?
Completely depends on context, but I do think sometimes censored are funnier.
I think most of the time it's funnier.
Go watch The Count censored on YouTube and you
exactly.
will cry.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
how hard you laugh.
OG YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. So, I thought that was funny, and I also wasn't expecting it because I didn't remember that they were dropping F-bombs in this show. So he said it, and I was like, oh.
Which, complete flashbulb memory. I don't know if you remember this. When we watched Sherlock when it was coming out.
Yeah.
The one episode after Sherlock comes back from the dead and Watson's having a conversation with the landlord. Or no, Sherlock's having a conversation with the landlady. Yeah, well, I went to go see John. And she goes, what did he say? And he goes, Pff. And then it cuts to John telling someone to cough. So it's the cough. That is the perfect example of the exact opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry, I just popped in my head. I had to throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's another clever way to get around it a little bit.
Yeah. Swear censorship can be funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Jeff tells him to F off and go look for their colleague Kurt's killer. If I remember correctly, Kurt was run over by a car very early on in the show.
Okay.
And Kurt was a reptilian.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Do you remember the reptile people from Doctor Who? Mm-hmm. Very similar looking to that. And again, that's crazy, and it also somehow funny. One of the aliens very early within the first 5 episodes of the show being killed off, and it's from a human that runs them over with a car.
Yep. Another just trying to
they're trying to solve the mystery of what happened to him. So at this point they know he's dead, but they don't know who did it, and they're looking for this car. So back on Earth, Ozzy goes home from work early because he's still not feeling well. At one point, he sees all capital A's on his keyboard from where he's working on his article. So Jeff is still messing with his implant.
I was right away, I was like, oh my God, this is what having an optical migraine feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
He can't read anymore. Everything is looking weird. And I'm like, I know this feeling.
And they're shooting in that way of like quick shot to the thing and then quick shot back.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you that like out of body feeling almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ozzy's back in his hotel room trying to Google his symptoms, as you do. Cut to Jeff looking at the controls for the implant and saying, now I wonder what happens when I push these two at the same time. Cut to Ozzy hallucinating a mariachi band and a deer next to him saying, wow, these guys are good. So, yeah, that's, by now, I think this is, maybe 5 minutes in, not even, getting definitely a taste for the humor.
Yes.
And the vibes. Okay, and then we have Chelsea and Father Doug, who are both in the support group, but I'm not sure if Father Doug I don't think he actually was abducted by aliens. He just is the priest in the church where they have the meetings.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's in the circle.
No.
But he's very supportive.
He's supportive, and he's to certain people trying to, pitch Jesus as the answer to their
their
struggles.
That is the job of a priest.
It's true. Yeah. But he's nice. And Chelsea steps by his office to say she picked up a copy of the Bible. She tells him she relates to Mary. She says they're the same. Oh, wait, is that blasphemous? A little bit. But he offers for her to come by to Bible study that week. And they both say it's a date.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she has a crush on him.
Yeah, they have like a weird relationship going on, clearly. I don't remember the full details. She's married, unhappily, to a guy who's a jerk. And he's a priest. So, I don't know, Fleabag vibes, weirdly. I haven't seen that whole show, but I know there's a priest in it.
Say real life hometown gossip scandal.
What?
You didn't go to my church?
No, I did not.
The priest had an affair with one of the women at the church who was married.
Wow.
And one of her children was in our grade. And I'm not going to say who.
Okay. Sure. That's crazy.
It was a huge scandal. He got kicked out. He's actually, I can't say it. Well, I can say it because no one knows where I went to church. He's back. They brought him back this year because they thought everyone would forget the scandal. And then as soon as he came back, my dad was like, oh, yeah, he's the priest that had an affair.
Yeah, right?
And
no one's going to forget that.
My mom called me up. She's like, do you know what Dad's talking about? This priest came back and Dad's saying that this guy had and I was like, yeah, I remember him. He had an affair with so-and-so. And she goes, that's what your dad said. How did I forget?
How many years ago was this?
Back when we were in like middle school. So like 2 decades.
Like 20 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, also like if people have been going to that church for that long, surely, yeah, there will definitely be some people that remember.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we might have to cut that out. Okay. Cut back to Dawn, the alien, walking around on Earth, wearing glasses and an Argyle sweater.
Yes.
Which is about as silly as you're imagining. And he's just like looking for cars on the street.
In a massive city?
I don't know. They're not in a massive city.
Not in a massive, but like, okay.
They're in a town.
A town with traffic and busyness. And at least the way I read it is like, you are so out of touch with humanity that like, you don't actually know what the fuck you're looking for. Okay.
He's been told, look for a car with an empathy bumper sticker on it. So that's what he's doing. And he's going about it in the most straightforward way, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is just like, I'm going to walk around and look at cars. But he also has this getup on, which makes him look like a hipster, basically, which works for his general vibe, I would say. It does,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And who does he happen to see in the coffee shop window? It's Kelly. And he says, Kelly likes coffee. And oh, look, the coffee shop is hiring. End of that scene. Cut to Ozzy explaining his headaches to Richard, who's another member of the group. Did you recognize this guy?
So much.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys that's been in everything. Brian Husky is the actor.
He's like always a supporting character in almost everything.
Oh, he's on Bob's Burgers.
Is he really?
Yeah, let me see.
Who does he voice?
If I can see his character. Rudy. He's Rudy.
Oh my God.
63
I have a whole
episodes.
new appreciation for that character.
Yeah, 63 episodes. He's credited on.
I love Rudy. Regular size Rudy.
What else? Oh, a show called Ghosts, which I've heard is fun.
I haven't seen the US version, but the UK one is really good.
I mean, yeah, just his credits from like 2020 on are a lot. But yeah, probably, I bet Bob's Burgers is like his... Oh, he was on Veep.
That's why I know him so much.
Leon West.
God, he was the reporter. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's one of those guys that has been in a ton of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A few episodes of New Girl. Yeah, I could keep going. He's been in a crap ton of stuff. But anyway, so he's Richard in this show.
Oh, that name fits him so well.
It does. It does. And especially the way he's dressed and stuff.
Yeah.
He says, so Ozzy's explaining his headaches to Richard. Ozzy's saying he's not sure if it's his thyroid or low blood sugar, just like random stuff because he's been Googling.
Yeah. In my head the whole time, I'm like, you have a migraine. You have a migraine.
Is there a type of migraine where you can have hallucinations though?
Not like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You get visual auras.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Richard tries to recommend a neti pot because there's not a single thing a neti pot can't cure.
Crush up a children's Tylenol, baby Tylenol. Mix it, like dissolve it in water. Put the water in a neti pot and then flush it out. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. And Ozzy tries to reply, listen, I'm not really, like he glitches basically. Mm-hmm. And we cut to Jeff, the alien. He's like, damn, the system's frozen. Okay, rebooting. And go back to Ozzy, finally finishes neti pot guy.
Yeah, and Richard's gone.
Yeah. There's a couple shots in between there of Richard being like, are you good? Okay, bye. So then we go to the full group meeting. And I think these are my favorite scenes. When everyone's sitting in the circle and chatting. And Kelly is sharing that she thinks she's going to break up with her boyfriend, Carl.
I love this exchange. I think I'm going to break up with Carl. Oh, he seems nice. Yeah, he seems nice. Wait, is he not nice? No, he's nice. Yeah. I was laughing. So I watched that like 5 times. Yeah. I don't know why it hit me, but I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's just like when your brain's on autopilot and you just like say the first thing that comes to your head, which is he seems nice. I was like, wait, why did I say that?
Right. And Gina, who is the group therapist, says that this is because Carl, the boyfriend, pales in comparison to her abduction experience with Dawn. To which Kelly replies, no, it's because he says Oregon instead of Oregon. And they all go around and like agreeing with this in various ways.
Huge argument.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Me?
Yes.
Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Oregon.
Yeah.
Not Oregon.
It would be the only case. It would be Oregon, the Oregon Trail.
Yes.
If you're talking about the game, the Oregon Trail.
I think I would still say Oregon Trail. Although that does feel weird.
Do you know the game I'm talking about though, right?
Oregon Trail. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's contextual.
Die of dysentery.
Exactly.
Of course I know that game, Amanda.
Throwback.
Come on.
Throwback. We used to play that in school. Yeah, so they're all saying like Oregon. And they all agree, oh, you gotta dump him.
Yeah.
And I think it's Richard who says, you don't say Alabama. Did you miss that? I did. That's the final like line of the scene.
I completely missed that. Oh my god, I love
it. Pretty funny.
And this is what I mean, like the dialogue, it's goofy, but these are complete conversations that like people would have.
Absolutely.
Where they just completely derail like I do all the time.
Yep.
And then just argue about something completely irrelevant.
Yeah, but just like a little bit snappier and funnier.
Yes.
Yeah. So then Ozzy freaks out because he hears Richard slurping his coffee really loudly and his head still hurts. Does this resonate with you as far as migraines?
Migraines.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's weird because it can be a certain sound. And this happened to me when I was on site for work. Someone left their phone on vibrate and it was synced up to their Teams. So every time someone would Teams, I would hear the bing on my computer and I would hear their phone vibrate. And every other noise was fine. It was those 2 noises that were just like putting me over the edge when I was in the middle of a migraine. So I'm like, this is why I'm like, he's migraine.
Yeah.
Migraine.
Yeah. I wonder if one of the writers had migraines or something.
You gotta wonder because a lot of what he's going through in this episode, besides the like hallucinations, I'm like, this is like my every week.
Yeah. So he's freaking out, and the group suggests correctly that he's had a microphone implanted into his brain by the aliens. Not quite a microphone, but they're close. Ozzy says, thanks, but I'm going to go with a more medically reasonable explanation, like mad cow. And again, I think this goes back to the joke of like he's just been Googling
Dr. Google
and like coming up with all of the possible terrible things that could be happening to him, which is kind of understandable in this situation.
Yes, very relatable.
Having crazy hallucinations. Richard says he'll go get the neti. He's like, gotta get the neti pot. But then Ozzy starts hearing everyone talk in like high-pitched Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yep, they all swallowed helium.
Yeah. And the first thing he hears is Jerry say, yeah, it sounds like alien dickery. And then Ozzy hallucinates everyone wearing his same plaid shirt that he's wearing and also having a beard.
But not just like a beard, like
his beard.
His beard.
Yeah.
So even Kelly, who has blonde hair, has a black beard.
Yeah, all the women have the beards also. And then he says he needs to go to the hospital and like Jerry can take him because for some reason Jerry's the only one who doesn't have his flannel and the beard. I think
it's because he already had his own beard.
He did already have his own beard. That's true.
Although I think Richard does too, but oh well.
I think Jerry is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, he stole my heart in the hospital.
Yeah, and he is played by, I maybe have mentioned him at the beginning, Luca Jones, who I feel like I recognize from other stuff as well, but couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I can't find anything that I'm familiar with, but he's also kind of one of those guys. So yeah, I think this is like a great scene of the group like playing off each other, and you get to see like everyone's different personalities and quirks a bit. So then we cut to commercial and we come back with Ozzy about to get a CT scan.
Oh my God. I was having a panic attack because I thought this was an MRI. Have you seen that episode of Black Mirror?
Maybe it is an MRI.
I think it might be an MRI.
Okay.
But have you seen that episode of Black Mirror where they have like
I don't watch that.
Oh, there's this episode. I won't go into it too much, but they're giving this character an MRI because he has these horrible headaches all of a sudden. And it's because something flew in through his ear, though no one knew that. But it's made of metal.
Oh God!
And when they turn the machine on, it rips through his brain and kills him. And so this whole time, as they were putting him in the MRI, I was like freaking the fuck out.
Is that a real thing that can happen?
I don't know. See, the thing is, I've had an MRI, but I have metal permanent retainers, and I'm obviously still alive with teeth.
Yeah.
So,
no, that doesn't track.
Yeah, but I know, like, I had to go through MRI training twice for this last job, and it's intense.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say MRI instead of CT.
Yeah.
The doctor tells him to hold his breath for the scan and get ready to boogie.
A little spinning disco ball.
A little tiny disco ball drops over Ozzy's face and disco music starts playing and Ozzy just was like, oh no. And cut. And then we go back to Chelsea and Father Doug at kids' Bible study, it turns out. I'm going to skip over most of the scene because...
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not.
Oh, tell me more. What did you like about it?
So first of all, I love this woman.
Okay.
She seems like this classic timid white lady.
Yes.
Who's wealthy, but also doesn't really know what to do with herself. She just feels out of place.
A little neurotic.
But then, like, I don't know. She seems mousy, if that's the right word.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
And then she sits down next to this kid in Bible study and goes, that seat's taken. And her response is, that's weird because I'm already sitting in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, she got some spice to her. Okay.
Just on occasion.
I think she's fun. And then, because they're talking about Mary, and she starts going on her own little rant about how Joseph didn't believe Mary. And, you know, she's starting to say, like, why would she lie for attention? Like, everyone's saying that she lied about being a virgin for attention, but why would she want that attention? No one wants that attention.
Yeah.
Which obviously she's speaking to her own experience.
Yes.
But I thought it was a surprisingly strong emotional argument and a weird emotional arc for this episode.
True. I am going to come back to a different line later.
Yeah.
That's from her.
Because I think a lot of women can relate to this experience of why would I lie for attention?
Yeah.
And, you know, some benign situations and some not so benign situations. So I thought it was a interesting, weird, it took me away. I don't know, because this is a comedy show. And yet here's a character having a real emotional journey that I think a lot of people could relate to.
Yeah. True facts.
So I just wanted to call that out.
Love it. Okay, back at the hospital with Ozzy, they find a mass in his brain.
Is it my thyroid? Well, someone's been using the internet.
Yeah. Ozzy's like, what do you mean a mass? Can you be more specific? And the doctor's like, I'm not comfortable guessing. And Jerry appears literally out of nowhere.
Dude, and the whole time I'm like screaming like, this is a HIPAA violation. What is happening?
Yeah. Like he's like not there one shot in the next. And he just says, maybe it's your twin. Disappears. Or he says, maybe it's your twin that happens.
Yep.
And then they're like, can you maybe go? And the doctor tells Ozzy they'd like to remove the mass today because most people don't wait on brain stuff. And so we cut to Ozzy in the operating room. The doctor pulls out the chip.
Yep.
Just before Jeff the alien can delete all his memories permanently. So yeah, there's some back and forth there between the alien ship and the operation.
I do have a little note that Ballsac does like a little happy clap for himself when he thinks he did it. And again, I'm like, oh, that's me.
Yeah. Not you relating to a character you have nicknamed Ballsack.
I can't help it, okay? You don't pick the people you love.
All right. So Ozzy's in recovery, hopped up on drugs. All of his hair is intact from this surgery. I just wanted to point out.
That is a great point. They just have like a little...
And it's like behind his ear
Yeah.
where the bandage is. It's not like on his... I mean, because of all his hair, probably. They obviously weren't going to shave the actor's head.
No.
But it's funny to me.
Yeah,
is
that's
the
a good
point.
call out.
And Jerry is with him. And the doctor comes in and says, it was a small piece of metal in Ozzy's brain. That's weird. He's never seen anything like it. And Ozzy, high as fuck, says, wait, how'd that get in there? And he's like tapping his head with the little vial holding the metal piece. And Jerry's like, I can think of one way. Aliens. And Ozzy just kind of boops the little vial on Jerry's head and cut to commercial. Okay, then we come back. Jeff reads in a manual that if the signal is lost to the chip, that means the subject removed it. And he's like, how did he remove it? So yeah, now we're just doing this back and forth between the aliens trying to figure out what to do and the humans trying to figure out what to do next, which, yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Jeff tries to call Don.
Our Celeborn elf
Yes.
man.
Yes. Our tall, dumb Legolas.
Yes.
Tries to call Don, but Don's making coffee and singing about it.
Kelly loves coffee and I'm making coffee.
Yeah, he's got a nice little song going, literally about what he's doing in that moment, which I have definitely done.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. This for me, I maybe have mentioned this on the show before, but it reminds me of the "It's Really Fucking Cold Outside" song that I sing.
Yes.
When it's really fucking cold outside, because
We
sometimes
have
you
talked
just
about this on the show before.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just sing to get through it, you know. But that's what it reminded me of. So Jeff has to call Walsh instead, Jonathan Walsh, who I think is also an alien, but I'm not sure.
Is
the like
he...
douchebag guy.
Okay, he was I just called him like rich douchebag.
Yes, exactly. But Walsh is a dick, and he makes Jeff call himself a slimy little bitch and ask for Walsh's help.
Again, and just the way I'm a slimy little bitch. Just gonna get these words out as fast as possible.
Yep. Yeah. Initially, Jeff's like, I'm not gonna do that, and then immediately caves because he needs this guy's help. Okay, so then we get another scene with Chelsea and Father Doug, where she apologizes for making Bible study with children weird. Weird by bringing up her marriage and being abducted by aliens. And I don't know if maybe you have more notes on the full conversation, but I won't go through the whole thing, but
she gets emotional. I feel for her. That's all I wrote.
I did really like this line about, she says, something unexplainable happened to Mary and something unexplainable happened to me. And I thought this was a book, meaning the Bible, about explaining that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And like, it kind of makes Father Doug, pause as well. But I thought that was interesting. Like an interesting comparison to make. And again, kind of like what you were talking about before, like there's some surprising little emotional and like poignant moments in this weird little alien comedy.
Yeah, I know. I think my whole little thesis that I'm slowly building up over the podcast is comedy is the best way to deliver emotion.
Ooh.
Because
we'll definitely come back to that.
those emotions just hit so much harder because there's so much, they're just not
It's
expected.
the contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see it.
I don't know.
I thought
Maybe
that was a
as
good
someone
line.
who copes with humor, maybe when emotions actually come through, I resonate with that.
Sure.
'cause
I think a lot of
it's
people would
usually just
identify
comedy.
with that. Yeah. Okay, so back in the cafe, Kelly breaks up with her boyfriend Carl,
Yep.
and Don makes her
they do
coffee.
argue about Oregon.
They argue briefly about Oregon. Don makes her coffee and brings it over to her. She tries to blow him off because she's pissed, and she doesn't. As I said before, she doesn't recognize him as the alien that she made a romantic connection to, and she gives him the finger.
Well, hold on. I want to back up a bit because I think this is very sweet. Because he comes over to her and he goes, "I heard the whole thing," and she goes, "You were listening?" And he goes, "Yes." Because this is how he connected with her last time.
Yeah,
by
true.
being a good listener.
Being
so
a
in
good
his
listener.
head, he just needs to be a good listener. He doesn't have the context for this is not a situation you listen to.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing about Don is he has like zero social cues.
Yeah. So like I just thought it was sweet because he just is reverting to, well, this always works.
This worked before.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And then, like, yeah, so he hands her the coffee. I
Yeah.
made this for you. And she goes, "Oh, well, I made this for you." And that's when
Flips
she
him the bird.
flips him off.
Yeah.
He just goes, "I don't know what that means." Well, thank you.
But thank you.
And then he gives her the middle finger
He
back.
flips her back.
With this huge smile on his face as he walks away.
And Kelly's just like very confused. Yeah, that was funny.
Yep. I think that was probably the moment I laughed the hardest.
The peak moment of
Yep.
comedy. I think that one's up there for sure. Back to the hospital. Ozzy, high as a kite still, says he thinks it was actually aliens, and they put a chip in his brain, and he also calls Jerry his best friend. And Jerry, this is like all Jerry has ever wanted in his entire life, and he looks like a kid on Christmas. He's so happy.
He's just beside himself with glee.
Yeah.
Ozzy's like passing out. Ozzy's eyes are closed at this point. And
Yeah.
his name is Jerry?
Jerry.
There's so many J's.
Jerry with a G, believe it or not.
Oh. But he's like, he's like fist pumping. And
Yeah.
then he goes, "All right, I'm going to go to the loo." And then he
Yeah.
kisses his hand and then puts his hand on
Puts his
Ozzy's head.
hand.
And
Yeah.
that's another point where I died. I'm like, that is adorable.
Yeah. Jerry's the cutest. He's kind of like a big 10-year-old,
Yeah.
like in the best way, in like the cutest way.
Like he hasn't lost that goodwill and innocence.
In many ways, yes. Has lost his innocence in the sense that like he was abducted by aliens and was fundamentally changed on some level by that. But for the most part, all Jerry wants is for people to believe in aliens and that he was abducted by aliens, and for Ozzy to be his best friend. Those are like his two biggest desires in life.
That's what I mean. Like he's still somehow so pure. Like I get like he's jaded. Like the first goal is evidence of him being jaded. Of like, I need to be believed. The second goal is just evidence of him still being pretty innocent and pure.
Yeah.
I just want to connect with people.
Yeah, totally.
It's so wholesome.
Okay, so
Yeah, he runs off to the toilet.
Yeah, so he goes to the bathroom real quick, and scary robot lady comes in. Mm-hmm. And again, this is an alien question mark, possibly in a meat suit.
I assume so because she behaves in a very weird way.
Yes. I don't quite remember, but like those are the vibes. And she walks in very much like a robot, very uptight and stiff, holding a bunch of balloons for Ozzy.
Yeah.
And
Because my assumption is she's Ozzy's boss.
Yes, she's Ozzy's coworker.
That's what she says later. Yeah.
But she's been, charged by Walsh, I think, to get the chip. So she goes to grab the chip, but it's on a lunch tray, and a nurse walks in right before she can grab it and carries out the tray. And then she goes to follow her, but then Jerry comes out of the bathroom and intercepts her. And I don't know, he has a line, something about like, "Oh, you're Ozzy's coworker." Well, he just told me I'm his best friend.
Yeah, he does say that.
But we follow her out, and she tries to find the tray that was carried out in a stack of other trays on one of those rack things that you see in like professional kitchens and apparently hospitals. And there's just a kid guiltily eating a bowl of Jell-O on the floor, sitting on the floor. And she just kind of looks at him and then turns around and walks away. So back in Ozzy's room, Jerry realizes the chip is gone. He starts freaking out looking for it, and Ozzy's just in La La Land.
At one point, Jerry's like, "It's been stolen! Help!" And then Ozzy's like, "Help!"
Yeah. And Ozzy says he's going to write a book about all of this, which I would definitely read. Yeah, I mean, someone being high and silly is never not funny.
Yeah,
you know?
Yes.
It's like, and I think that is another thing about this show is I think it does a lot of these kind of tropes very well. Like this is not a, what am I trying to say? It's not like reinventing the wheel as far as like this scene in particular.
Yeah.
Like you have a guy who's high and another guy who's just like eager to please. And that's funny. And like that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't have to get fancy with it. Their originality is just coming from the concept,
the aliens,
and from the actors.
Yeah,
the actors just riff off each other.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So we go to Father Doug giving a homily about how most of us will never be tested by God by having to explain unexplainable events, and stand by them when logic or reason tells us otherwise. But that's faith. Again, all the kind of poignant moments here in this episode.
One thing that he said that stood out is imagine carrying the burden of experiencing an impossible event.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you wrote that down.
I really like that line.
Say it again.
Imagine carrying the burden of experiencing an impossible event.
Ooh. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
But his conclusion is like, but that's faith.
Mm-hmm.
Is like you experience the thing and you believe in it, whatever happened yourself, and you believe in it in contrast to the people who don't believe.
Yeah. Because it's interesting because if you're just taking this at face value of these people weren't abducted, they're just having a schizophrenic episode.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Or some kind of psychological break. Then like, yeah, on one hand you'd be like, well, you shouldn't just believe the insane, impossible things. But to me, on a deeper level, this reads more of like, believe in the lived experience that you had.
Yeah.
Like whatever happened, who really knows? It was an impossible event. Again, like whatever it was still an impossible event that you experienced that no one else has and no one else can relate to.
Right.
Believe in the lived experience that you've been through. Believe in your own like emotional journey with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was very sweet. It was a very sweet little homily.
Yeah. And like, I think obviously informed by his interactions with Chelsea.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's nice. So we end in the support group again. We're back with the full crew. And Jerry is trying to tell everybody.
Oh, wait, real quick. Kelly has the beer cap because it's cutting. It's as he's giving the homily, it's cutting to different things.
You're right.
And it does show Kelly with the beer cap.
Yes.
Which I thought was sweet.
So she's still hung up on Don, the alien.
I mean, hey, haven't we all crushed on Legolas at one point?
Yeah.
I used to carry a picture of him around in my backpack in 4th grade.
You did not.
I did. Actually, okay, no, to be fair.
Wait, explain, yeah.
To be fair, so I had this little keychain that was like a, oh God, you know the thing?
No, girl, you're going to have to.
Scene. And they, like, the thing where they write
yes.
the scene and the take and all that and then clap.
It's a something board, right?
Yeah, I can't think of it. But it was a keychain that was that.
Yeah.
And then in the center of it was a little cutout for pictures.
Oh my God.
And I used to get a little teen girl magazine and there was a whole feature on Orlando Bloom for one of the issues.
My God.
And I wasn't a fan of Lord of the Rings at the time. So it had pictures of him as Legolas, where I'm like, ew, he's a blonde. But it had pictures of him as Will Turner.
Right.
And so, yeah, I had both pictures in that, but it was the Will Turner was on top.
Yeah, hot take. I think he looks better as Will Turner.
Oh, that's not a hot take.
No?
He looks better as Will Turner.
Yeah. Full stop.
Yeah.
Full stop. All right. Anyway.
Anyway. Oh, and then the other thing that it cuts to while the priest is giving the homily is the scary robot lady digging through the trash behind the hospital.
Yes. So she still hasn't found the metal thing.
She is desperately looking for it. Who knows where it went?
It's still in the wind. Back in the support group, Jerry is trying to tell everybody about this metal circle in Ozzy's head. Which, by the way, we do get like a couple of close-up shots of this thing, and it literally just like looks like a bent, or not a bent, like a dented piece of metal, like not like a chip. You know what I mean?
No,
it literally just looks like a circular piece of metal.
So it literally to me looks like something I use in embroidery.
Oh.
Like it's a little tiny, it's a really flimsy piece of metal, and it's for threading needles. So like there's this part that you can stick through the needle, the eye of the needle, and then you can stick the floss through it and you pull it back out. So that way the embroidery floss gets through the eye. So you don't have to like thread it yourself.
Well, maybe that's what it actually is.
It literally looks like the prop people took one of those, just cut off the part that goes through the eye of the needle and said, there's your chip.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. My point being that I like that it's so unassuming.
It looks low tech.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't look like anything.
Yeah. I think there are plenty of other shows that would try to make it look like a computer chip or you know, something a little flashier, and it's like, no, it's literally like a disc. I really appreciate
that they just, I mean, yes, obviously for the budget.
Yeah.
But they've just committed to that aesthetic for the aliens.
True. Yeah, absolutely. It fits with what we've seen of the terrible gray ship.
Yep.
That looks like a box. Okay, but Ozzy remembers none of his time in La La Land, but Jerry's trying to convince everyone.
Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, and Wiz Khalifa barbecue high.
Yeah, that's a good description. Jerry's just like desperately trying to convince him, like, no, this is what you said. And Gina's like, don't put words in his mouth, Jerry. People do crazy things when they're high. I took generic feline Ativan last year and I bought 5 pairs of jeans online.
First of all, I was like, yeah, that's a weird thing to admit to. Why did you take that? 5 pairs of jeans? That's not so bad.
I know. I think it's like the combination of like, okay, it's a combination of everything. It's generic feline Ativan. Like those 3 words lined up together. And then I bought 5 pairs of jeans online, and they all kind of look at her like, yeah, that's weird. And also, you think like buying 5 pairs of jeans online is crazy? Like that's the craziest thing you've done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That line really got me. So yeah, Jerry's upset though that Ozzy isn't admitting that it could have been aliens.
Real quick interjection too. As they're all bickering, because they all love talking over each other in the support group, which that's something that Always Sunny does all the time. So of course I love this.
Yeah.
But it does cut. I think you said the actress's name is Divine
Joy Randolph.
Okay.
Yeah.
It cuts to her, and this is the only line she has in the whole episode, where she just mutters, I don't even go to doctors, man.
Yeah, she is not a central focus in this episode. She has other episodes where she's more in it. But yeah. She also, I think earlier actually, she had a really funny moment where in the part where Ozzy's hallucinating that they're all talking in like chipmunk voice. At one point, they're talking about somebody says something about like, shouldn't we be talking about the T word and meaning tumor? And then she goes, tequila.
Oh, that's why she said tequila.
Yeah, the T word, and they're all like guessing words, and then she goes tequila, and it's like, but it's in the squeaky high voice, so it's like extra funny. Yeah. Okay, and then so Jerry is upset. Ozzy isn't admitting that it could have been aliens. So Ozzy says, fine, since we have no other explanation, it could have been aliens. But it also could have been the Tooth Fairy because we have no proof.
Yep. Yeah. And he does say, something happened to me. It was unexplainable. Maybe.
Yeah.
It was aliens.
Right. And Jerry's like, fine, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Because at least he's finally like copping to something weird happened. Fine, yes. I'll say it.
Yeah, exactly.
So first step, baby step.
Yes. And then we get a quick scene of Jeff being mad at Don for not picking up his phone calls, and Don just closes the door. The sliding doors close on him.
And then just stares wistfully at the bottle cap.
Yes. Yeah. And our closing scene is the kid who is eating the Jell-O at the hospital, who I didn't remember the end of this episode at all. I did not expect to see this child again.
No.
So that was an interesting pivot.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, well, they have to end on something that makes you want to come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, so why are we focusing on this kid?
Yeah. And he's playing with action figures kind of in the dark with a flashlight. And he has the metal piece in the vial because we saw him sitting next to all these trays. And he shines the flashlight through it, and we see a deer head hologram projected into the room. And the kid is like completely unfazed by this.
It's just a toy.
It's just a toy. And that's the end of the episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
End scene.
Yeah. So yeah, what did you think about that ending?
It was, so like I said, I was expecting you're wrapping up the episode. You gotta leave something for the audience to want to come back to.
Yeah.
Didn't get that entirely.
Okay.
I do like the resolution of like, hey, this random kid has it. No one's going to find it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I think that's meant to tell us that that whole kind of subplot ends here.
That arc is closed.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, satisfying end because it finished the story, but it didn't leave me hanging on being like, ooh, what's gonna happen next?
It does leave you with just a sense of also the way that the scene was set up where he's kind of in the dark and he's like playing with these action figures and it's a kid who we've only seen once in the episode. It does leave you with this feeling of like just weirdness.
Yeah.
Which I think the show does really well. So I think that's like an interesting way to end the episode in general, of like just make you feel kind of off. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's its own kind of enticement for you to come back.
Yeah. I mean, overall, there's enough momentum within all of this that I am fully engaged.
Yeah.
I just enjoy it.
I'm so glad you liked it.
I just enjoy it a lot.
I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so glad I remembered that it existed.
Oh my God. It's just like, it's like, you know, popcorn.
Totally.
You're just like, I just want to, I just want to snack on this. This is good.
Totally. Yeah. So final thoughts. Overall, you get the vibes. To be honest, I thought this would have even more like weird and crazy hallucinations than it did in my memory, but I remember there being a lot more with the talking deer. So as you said, in the pilot. In
the pilot, he sees the talking deer in the first 5 minutes alone, at least twice.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I remember that being a lot more prominent. So I think before and after this, we get more of the talking deer. But yeah, I think like as we've kind of talked about already, I love the combination of the humans and the aliens. Mm-hmm. And like we see, you know, the aliens are like just as petty and weird and judgmental and silly as the people are. And everybody is a little bit silly. Obviously, it's a comedy. Like that's kind of the name of the game. But even if they're an asshole, like Walsh, also silly. So yeah, funny, cute, heartwarming a little bit here and there. A couple of like very thought-provoking lines.
Yeah.
Which as we were... I feel like when I was watching the episode, I was like half, processing, but as we were talking, I was like, oh yeah, those were actually some interesting lines there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everyone's just kind of trying to do their best in this show and figure shit out, which is the polar opposite of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
A little more wholesome than that show.
Oh, I would say 200% more wholesome. At least.
Just as all the characters though are just as weird.
Yeah. But so once again you get the picture of our tastes. However, you like this show just as much as I do.
Oh, so, yes, I was very pleased.
Yeah. Yes. I really hoped you would, so I'm really glad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You were right.
Yeah.
You get me, Amanda.
Yes. All right.
Cool.
You got a rating?
I do have a rating. I don't think it's good.
I don't know if mine's that good either. We kind of already talked about it.
Yeah, so I'm a Catholic girl. I grew up Catholic. So I'm giving this a pray, in asterisks. 10 out of 10 Hail Marys or straight to hell.
Okay. Wow. Do you care to explain this rating at all?
It's just like, it's a standing joke. I've heard this reference.
Just a general Catholic joke?
Yeah, because like the idea is like you go to the confession booth, because like as part of Catholicism, one of the sacraments that you have to commit over and over again is going to confession and confessing your sins to a priest. Yeah. And then the priest forgives you. But there is a joke that you go confess your sins and the priest says, pray 10 Hail Marys. And like God will forgive you. So it's always like the pray so many Hail Marys or you're going to hell.
Sure.
So I'm giving this 10 out of 10 Hail Marys or straight to hell.
Okay, fair enough. There's a significant presence of the church in this episode, so sure. Mine's a little bit more straightforward. Like I said, we've kind of talked about this already, but my this episode is getting 1 out of 1 sitcom Legolas. So, yeah, I think he might be the funniest on the show. I
loved him.
I don't know.
I think Ballsac was funnier. But I think Ballsac just speaks to me.
It speaks to you particular. Troubleshooting your way through the day.
I'm pretty technical. I'll figure it out. I mean, literally our jerry-rigged podcast setup.
True facts. Yeah, we do that pretty much every time we record.
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
I mean,
Mostly
the
you.
Start of the podcast, it maybe took me a half hour each time, but now it's,
Yeah.
we're down to a solid 10 minutes.
We got it going. Good stuff.
Cool.
That concludes our comedy section for right now.
Yeah, short form comedy.
Short form comedy.
Comedies are coming back because that's pretty much all I exclusively watch.
Comedies are coming back.
To the podcast at some point.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I see.
Yes.
I thought you meant just like in general, as a wave of culture.
Yes, they've died. Comedy has died.
So next time on the show off,
We're watching Agatha All Along.
we are back to Agatha All Along.
Woo! We're doing one episode at a time from here on out when it comes to the Agatha watch.
Yes, we have decided to stretch things out a little bit, and because I was concerned about how much we're going to be.
And you were right.
yeah. Because our last couple episodes, we had to split up into 2 recordings. So
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have gone 3 hours.
yeah, it would have been crazy. So we are going to break it up episode by episode, which means next episode we are talking about. Let me pull up the IMDb again. Okay, next time with Agatha All Along, we are doing episode 5, Darkest Hour, Wake Thy Power. And you did make some predictions.
Yes, and I stand by them. I think this is Agatha's trial
Okay.
because
Purple.
Purple. That's her.
Yeah. Can't wait to talk about it.
Darkest Hour, it's going to be her most traumatic experience that we're going to get a little more clued in on.
Okay.
Which I can only assume has something to do with her mysterious child.
Sure.
And then my prediction was too that they get split up.
Okay.
Just because, like, I don't know, like the whole Darkest Hour thing.
During the trial?
Yeah.
Okay.
They get separated and they have to, like, kind of figure it out on their own.
Like everybody gets separated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't know, when I hear Darkest Hour, I always think, like, the isolation of
Sure.
that, especially in a character's journey.
I could see it.
The Darkest Hour is usually a moment of isolation.
Yes.
Which is why I think they'll get split up. But I still think in the end there has to be some kind of unity because
Okay.
they're a coven in order
Right.
to actually complete the trial. So
Right.
that's, as far as that episode, that's all I got. As far as like grander show predictions.
Well, real quick, you did say something else last
Oh.
time. You said you predicted that they would turn on Agatha.
Oh, did I say that?
You said that.
Are you sure?
I think you
Yeah,
said
you're
that.
probably right. I probably said
I don't know.
No, I'm sure you're right.
Which I think is interesting.
Which, yeah, I mean, I think that is a possibility too. Like, if, again, there's so many
Because up until now,
rumors.
they've been working together pretty well.
Yes.
You know, relatively speaking.
Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, the whole mythos of who is Agatha and what has she done. I mean, like, okay, I'm going to build off of this because I think I did say that and I think you're right. And I kind of stand by it because I think Rio knows what happened to Agatha's child. And
Rio
everybody
knows
else
all.
knows something. And then they project their own horrible image onto Agatha. She is the Wicked Witch of the West, right?
Yeah.
And so I think there is going to be something with Agatha's trial and her child that the rest are going to assume something
Happened.
horrible
Sure.
about Agatha's character and nature. And that'll be part of the Darkest Hour and the abandonment of it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the Wake Thy Power side?
Well, I mean, you got to get out of it's the whole character's journey, right? When you're at the bottom is when you have to, like, yeah, that's when your power awakes.
Well,
That's when
okay,
you
so if
come
this
back.
is Agatha's trial, is Agatha getting her power back? Is that what she gets for coming out of the trial?
No, I mean, maybe I do think power here is probably going to mean something a little more metaphorical rather than actual magic power.
Even though we are dealing with actual magic.
Yeah. So, you know, it's in the running of it, you know, her regaining her actual magical power. But I think there is something else there that's a little more deeper metaphorical meaning.
Yes. Okay. I'm down with it.
Yeah. Maybe if it's even just her realizing that her power is her leadership / manipulation.
Depends on the day. Okay, sorry. What else were you saying? You were saying broader show.
Oh, yeah.
theories.
Broader show predictions. I don't know. Are her and Rio going to reconcile?
There's a question.
Yeah. Fandom says... Damn it, I thought you'd give it away.
No, I will not.
Too good of a poker face. Okay, answer me this.
Okay.
Are we being queer baited?
No.
Okay. Then, yeah, they're going to reconcile.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, reconcile, like, happily ever after, or reconcile
No.
just like, we're chill?
Chill.
We're chill. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to, yeah, you know, they're just opening the door again to reestablishing a relationship.
Okay.
So broader implications of the show, they will reconcile is to be friends again. Who knows about lovers?
Yeah.
Maybe in time.
Predictions about anyone else?
I don't know. Does Agatha get her child back? Or she at least makes peace with what happened to her kid. This is Disney, so Agatha does reunite with her child. Teen is not her child. What's Teen's deal?
What's Teen's deal?
Someone doesn't want Witches to know. See, this is interesting though, because if Teen is her child, it is an interesting concept of like, maybe Agatha did put the sigil on him to protect him, which is why she can't remember him. And it's why no one was able to get to him, is because he had the sigil on him, which kept him protected the whole time. Maybe Agatha actually did put a sigil on her own child. I still don't think Teen is her kid.
Yeah. It seems a bit obvious.
Yeah. So I don't think
At this
that's
point.
the case. But who knows? Maybe it's a similar situation where someone put the sigil on him to protect him.
Right.
What's Teen's deal? I don't know. I got to mull that one. Let's see. Who are the other women? Jen
Mm-hmm.
Jen
Our healer.
is going to be absolutely thriving by the end of this.
By the end of the show?
By the end of the show, she's going to be thriving.
Okay.
Whether or not she has her magic back, I think is irrelevant because
Oh.
she has reclaimed her confidence in her knowledge.
And her knowledge.
Yes.
They can take your power, but they can't take your knowledge.
No, and I think she's going to commit herself to like being an even greater potion witch than anyone else, because she is actually going to dedicate herself to the knowledge. And because even she says in her trial,
craft.
she was like, if I still had my power, I could just cut through all this, right? So I think she's just going to like really lean in to where she like thrives.
Yeah.
Kooky lady,
Lilia.
Mm-hmm.
Patty LuPone.
Fuck, I think she's going to die.
Oof.
I think she's going to die.
I was going to say, who do you think's not making it out? Do you think more people have to die?
I think, yes. I think one more person will die, and I think it's Lilia.
Okay. Because she's the oldest?
Although Agatha could die as a sacrifice.
Well, maybe.
I don't think she will. I think Disney wanted to have the possibility
of more Agatha. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all want the possibility of more Agatha.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Lilia. Maybe it's just because she's having these random outbursts. It just makes her feel like she's marked for death. I just get that vibe.
Okay. Yeah, she's having all of her little weird outbursts, and then she's also saying the tarot cards.
Yeah, the tarot cards
periodically.
almost feel like a countdown.
Oh.
You
that's
remember in that
interesting.
episode of Doctor Who where Amy starts counting down?
Yes.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, kinda. I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then Protection Witch. What's her name?
Alice.
Alice.
Mm-hmm. Alice, whose mom was a rock star.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope she hasn't like outdone her usefulness, so to speak, because her character journey is kind of over.
Yeah.
I really hope that's not the case.
Right.
But it is kind of the vibe I get.
Okay.
That she's just kind of there now.
Yeah.
As like the supporting character. And like she'll still have a role to play, but I just feel like there's not going to be a lot of character exploration with her.
True. I mean, we still kind of have, everybody sort of has room to develop relationships with each other. So
yeah.
So we have that, but I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. And then Rio,
the wild card of wild cards.
who the fuck knows what her deal is?
Who the fuck knows what her deal
But
is?
that's what I like from Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, true facts. Yeah, I mean, don't you just love just watching and see what she does?
I do. I really enjoy, like, whenever she's in something, I turn my brain off and I just let myself enjoy it.
Yeah,
so.
fully. Yeah, and we have, now that she's on the road with everyone, we officially have our full coven.
Yeah.
And
ooh, does she get something out of being on the road?
Does she get a trial?
Ooh. I don't know why my feeling was like, no.
Interesting.
No, she doesn't. But I'm like, why wouldn't she?
Right.
But she doesn't, because she doesn't feel like she's a part of the coven. That's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't feel like she's.
Well,
she
right, and
feels outside to it.
we were talking about this last time, in the episode 4 trial, the rock band trial, she's very much like...
She's a tourist.
She's a tourist, is what Agatha calls her.
Yeah.
So first of all, that would indicate that she's not part of the coven.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like sitting on the couch reading the paper.
Yep.
While the demon flies around. She does play the drums for the song.
Right.
But yeah, she kind of feels like one of those... She kind of feels like an outsider.
She
a little
does. In a group of outsiders, she is the outsider.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, how many episodes are there?
9 total. So this will be the halfway point, episode 5.
And 1 for Lilia, and then 1 for Teen. I guess you would have to have 1 for Rio to round it all out with the episode count, and then you'd have that final episode for whatever the big finale is. So I guess if we're doing by episode count, yeah, Rio would have a trial.
Okay.
But I don't know why I get the vibe that it's a no, but logically, yes.
Right. We shall find out. Can't wait to tell you my trial theory, as I've teased before. It's really good. And also,
can I get it like a crumb?
I really can't, because it's gonna... If I told you now, you would be able to predict the order of everything. Yeah. But when I tell you, it's gonna be real good. And also, I really like it because it was the one thing that I was right about when this show was originally airing. And I was theorizing with everybody else on the interwebs, mostly Tumblr. And this was the one thing I was like, this was correct.
Okay, well, the only thing I can say to that is it going in order of Avatar? Fire, water, earth, air.
No.
Long ago.
No. Agatha's element is quote unquote spirit.
Yes. Yeah, she's a spirit bender.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's a thing in the universe, I swear to God.
Is it?
Yes. We've had this conversation.
Okay. Yeah. So episode 5 next time, its own solo standalone episode of the pod. And oh yeah, and the other thing that I mentioned last time was that this was another, I was like, episode 3 was one I wanted to show you, and episode 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I think this will be a really, really good one to chat through. So yeah. Anything else?
No.
Yeah, we blasted through this in record time, I would say.
I know this is going to be our shortest episode
Ever.
Except for the mini-sodes.
Yeah, a nice tidy little... We should do more of those. Those are fun.
Yeah, why haven't we done one in a while?
We could do one right now. We got time. But anyway, you can follow the pod on YouTube,
Yep.
Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcasts. You could also leave us a comment on YouTube or Spotify, or maybe other places. I don't know. Wherever you listen, say hi.
I don't hang out on the internet.
Never, ever at all. And you can email us your takes, your thoughts on People of Earth. Did you watch it when the show was airing?
Please let us know.
Yeah, would love to know, because I feel like I'm the only one who saw it, and Kampy didn't know about it until now, but it was a really fun, cute show. And also send us your Agatha takes, but no spoilers for Kampy. So that
I love
email,
spoilers too.
that email is theshowoffpod@gmail.com. And other than that, we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Show Off. If you enjoyed this one, go ahead and leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and give us your review of our episode pick for this week's pod. You can also email us at theshowoffpod@gmail.com. See you all next week.